90-Day Fiance The Other Way Season 7 Episode 2 aired on September 15, 2025 on TLC. The latest episode featured Jenny and Sumit sharing about the new business venture. They plan to open a cafe. For that, the couple, along with his family, were involved in getting things started for their business. Jenny, Sumit, his parents, his brother, and his wife went to explore the potential location for the business. However, there were some issues with the water inlet and outlet. One location was better, customer-wise, but didn't have water facilities. On the other hand, the second location, which had a water inlet and outlet, was not ideal. Referring to the location and water issues, 90-Day Fiance The Other Way star Jenny confessed to the cameras. Neither location is ideal or perfect, but at least in the front we'll attract more business. We really need this cafe to be a success because we need to be able to afford to move out and get our own place. I don't know how long I can live with his parents. 90-Day Fiance The Other Way Season 7 Episode 2 Sumit takes Jenny and his family to explore potential venues for their new business. The latest 90-Day Fiance The Other Way Season 7 episode saw Sumit and Jenny starting a new business, a cafe. For that, they already rented a place, but it didn't have a water inlet and outlet. For their care, having a water supply was a necessity. So much money has already been spent. I already give the rent, I already paid the security, and everything. Would you buy food out of here, like? Said Sumit. Jenny said there were so many things that needed to be done, including the walls and more. Sumit's dad also agreed to that point. 90-Day Fiance The Other Way star Sumit added that he had a plan B. For that, he mentioned another place, a shop which would be available soon. The owner told him that they could also opt for that place, instead of the original one. But the thing is, whatever money is spent on this place, the rent, this structure, everything will be zero. But if you want, I can show you guys, added Sumit, then took everyone to a nearby shop, which was an alternative. Sumit confessed to the cameras about getting a call from the owner. He mentioned that since he couldn't afford to invest any more money, this was the alternative. After reaching the potential second venue, Sumit showed that there was a water inlet and outlet. His brother said it was a much better place. They discussed how there was no water inlet or outlet in the place they had originally planned to get. 90-Day Fiance The Other Way star Sumit talked about his plan to get the jars of water and use them for cooking and cleaning the dishes. Also, to clean the dishes, they would have to use the outside space. It would be visible to everyone walking around the cafe. He asked his family members whether they should move to a second potential space, which was a better space and had a water inlet. He also stated that the originally rented place was a better suited, location-wise, but lacked a few essentials. This place is around the corner, somewhere out of sight. No one's gonna see us, and I feel like we're gonna lose business over there. The other spot, originally rented place, is right in the middle of everything going on, shared Jenny in their joint confession. She added that none of those locations were ideal or perfect. Jenny mentioned that they really needed the cafe to work because they wanted to be able to afford to move out of Sumit's parents' home and get their own place. 90-Day Fiance Happily Ever After new season stars Gino and Jasmine, Julia and Brandon Gibbs, Cara Bass and Guillermo Castillo, Loren Goldstone and Alexei Brovarnik, Darcy Silva and Georgie Rusev, Elizabeth Pothist and Andre Castrovet, Adnan Abdel Fattah and Tigalili Taylor, and Jovi Dufresne and Yara Zaya. Related link: 90-Day Fiance couples now. Who is still together? Who is split? Where are they now? Photos. Jasmine and Gino were shown broken up on the tell-all event for 90-Day, The Last Resort, and Jasmine also dropping the bombshell that she was pregnant with a child of Matt Branisterianu, who she began seeing when she had convinced Gino to open their marriage. But the 7 other couples, Brandon and Julia, Tigalili and Adnan, Cara and Guillermo, Jovi and Yara, Elizabeth and Andre, Loren and Alexei, and Darcy and Silva, are all married and hoping to last forever. I just cannot stop looking around and wanting to cry, thinking about what I worked for 10 years. That's it. Now I'm completely leaving that away behind me. I'm giving up everything I dreamed of and everything I worked for, because I truly want to spend more time with my son, and I'm also doing it to save my marriage. But what if none of this works? Confessed Manon. 90 Day Fiance The Other Way Season 7. Manon and Anthony get into an argument while leaving for recently aired 90 Day Fiance The Other Way Season 7 Episode 2 saw Manon and Anthony leaving for France. They said goodbye to Anthony's cousins, Maddie and Taylor, and their family. They were emotional about the couple leaving with their younger one. As they left for the airport, Manon confessed to the cameras about feeling devastated. She said that she could not believe that it was actually truly happening and that they were moving to France. I promised myself 10 years ago, when I first moved to LA. That's it. You're gonna stay here. You're gonna make it work. And now, I'm moving back to a country that I said I never would, ever, added Manon. She shared with the cameras about leaving everything that she had worked for the past 10 years behind. She was giving up everything, including her dreams, because she wanted to spend more time with her son. Another reason was that she was doing it to save their marriage. However, she was concerned about none of it working out. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star mentioned that they spent $30,000 in the past 4 weeks. She was referring to paying medical bills, credit card bills, and more before they left. In his confession, Anthony noted that his and Manon's values of money and success were wildly different.